Hello, welcome to Mentoring with the Masters. In this segment, you're going to be hearing from Judge Antoinette Plogstedt. She will be discussing with you hearing preparation, a view from the bench.
Welcome to Mentoring with the Masters. I'm Antoinette Plogstedt, and I served as Orange County Judge for a period of 12 years. I had the privilege of presiding over thousands of cases, and with that brought me a view from the bench that I'd like to share with you today. If you follow my 5 easy tips in preparing for your next hearing, I hope that you'll find it an easier, more efficient way for you to prepare. First, know your facts. And let me say that again, know your facts. You should be the person in the courtroom with the most information about the facts of your case. You should know your facts better than your opponent, and without a doubt, you should know the facts of your case better than the judge. And what do I mean by the facts? Clearly, you should know all about the parties in the case, along with the subject matter and the transactions. But don't forget to refresh your memory about the procedure in the case. It's very common for a judge to look at the lawyers during a hearing and say, "Where are we at?" And you're thinking, "Where are we at?" What the judge means by that is, have you gone to mediation? Have you exhausted all settlement negotiations? Are there any pending motions that still need to be set for a hearing? Where are you at in the discovery process? At a minimum, you should review all of the previous orders entered by the judge in your particular case. If you want to win your case, be prepared and make the judge's job easy. Make sure the judge knows that you're the expert about the facts in your case. Number 2, identify all of the relevant issues. A common mistake that lawyers will make is they'll prepare for too many issues, too broad. Be clear, be concise, and get right to the point. If you're preparing for more than 1 or 2 issues, you're doing too much. Hone in on those important issues and win the hearing. Number 3, know the rule of law. You should, at a minimum, be familiar with all applicable rules of evidence, all the rules of procedure, and if any statutes apply, you should know those on the tip of your tongue. Be extra prepared. Don't be shy. Bring an extra paper copy for yourself to the hearing. Bring an extra copy for the judge. Win your case. When you identify the relevant case law, a common mistake that lawyers make is they'll walk into a hearing with 10 or 12 cases. You should walk into that hearing with 1 or 2 or 3 of the most important cases directly on point. When you walk into the hearing, you should be able to look at the judge and say, this is the most pertinent case directly on point. You know, it's common on any given day for a judge to have maybe 10 or 12 hearings set. Your hearing might be set for 15 or 30 minutes, maybe even an hour. Don't expect the judge to prepare for 6 hours on your 15-minute hearing. Be reasonable. If you're going to drop off materials to the judge in advance of the case, hone in on those important issues. Don't drop off 3-4-inch binders and expect that the judge has mastered all of the material. Number 4, anticipate your opponent's argument. When you hear those words coming out of your opponent's mouth during the hearing, there should be no surprise. And how do you prepare that? Well, at a minimum, your opponent's going to hone in on the weaknesses in your facts and the weaknesses in the case law. Be prepared. Be prepared to talk about the weaknesses in your case. Be prepared to distinguish those cases that point out the weaknesses in your position. And lastly, remember the old adage, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. You should practice your opening remarks with your coworkers. You should practice your opening remarks with your family members, your friends, those people who are not lawyers. You'd be surprised what insight you can learn from people who are not lawyers. And quite honestly, if there's no one left to listen to you, practice your argument in your car. You should be prepared to state your opening argument and your opening position to the judge clearly, concisely, and be prepared to tell the judge the relief that you're seeking. I hope that you have found these tips to be helpful when you prepare for your next hearing so that you can tip the scales of justice in your favor. Good luck to you.